Hi there and welcome to video number 5, and this video we will be covering understanding updates. Now this is the important thing that we need to go, okay, how are we going to understand updates? Because the reason why we're covering this is because when WordPress wants an update in the future, we need to understand what the update is for, and also be able to read and understand. I'm saying understand a lot because I want to put emphasis on understand, but we need to understand what the updates were. So if we go to our WordPress site, and this is where I left you the last time, is welcome to WordPress 3.6. Now in a previous video, it said on the dashboard that we need to update to 3.6, and you would probably already have downloaded 3.6, so don't worry about this at all. But if you have 3.5 or previous versions, it's quite important to go through this video with me to understand this. So update will always start off with 3 tabs, and the left hand side will say what's new. It will say credits and then freedom. So what's new will explain to you in essence what is new in this update. And always the first thing that they will explain when it is a new theme. So every year WordPress comes out with a new theme that developers can work on. It's an improvement of the previous theme. So it started off in 2010. So they called it 2010. In 2011, they launched 2011. 2012, they launched 2012, and 2013, which is this video is created now, and they launched 2013. So basically what 2013 is and 2012 and it's basically a developer's platform where you can use to create WordPress themes. Now I don't want you to confuse yourself with WordPress themes now, because we will be covering that in more detail in the following videos. But I just want you to be able to understand, in this update they're saying that, okay, currently we have 2013 as a new theme. Also, what the next thing that you can see in this update is that they have revisions. One thing that WordPress lacked in the past is revisions, and 3.6 you can see that they've got a more in detailed version of revisions. So not only just having a look at this current 3.6 update, but I just want you to familiarize yourself with what's new. Will always explain to you what is new on this update, and you'll always get a section called Under the Hood. Under the Hood references towards the backend code, what happens behind the scenes for this to actually work. Normally it is a security update, which is normal, but in this one you can see that they've got the revision control, which they'll also show you at the top. And they've got a video and audio API, which are also showing here, but they want to show you that in the back end as well. And they've got external libraries, and so you can see that with this update there's been a couple there's a couple of changes in this update. It's quite a big update, and it's actually a great success in this update that they've made. So that is the what's new section. The credits section is basically the people that was behind this whole update, making it work, making it successful. And it's just like when you watch a movie, at the end you've got all the credits. Now this is basically the same. It just shows the people that has got all the credit for what they've done. So that's basically the two tab. The third tab is basically just talking about the WordPress is free, and it's just explaining to you that WordPress is an open source distribution, and this is what we call WordPress.org. And that is just in essence that it's just explaining there that you have freedom to develop. Now that is understanding updates. The next thing that I want to talk about is making sure that everything is always updated. And you can see on my left hand side that there's a plugin section and there's a little 1 there. When you have stuff like that, that means that a certain plugin module needs to be updated. So we haven't covered plugins yet, but I want you to show you that we need to understand updates before we can start with the whole process, and we need to always make sure that our WordPress is updated. So on the left hand side you can either click there, or at the top you can see that it's got like little 2 arrows that looks like a refresh, and it says 1, and if you hover over it, it says 1 plugin update. That means that 1 plugin needs to be updated. Now, we're in a generation that is used to updating stuff. I mean, if you open up your iPhone, you always have updates. If you open up your Android phone, you always have updates, and so on and so on. So just, you need to understand that everything always needs to be updated, and you need to manually go do that with WordPress. You can't. It's not like an iOS where you can go, okay, just automatically update it. With WordPress, you need to go and manually update your stuff. The reason for that is they don't want stuff to automatically update, because that can be a risk factor, and you need to understand that as well. So you can see that I've just updated, and I've successfully updated my one of my plugins, and I want you to do the same, and you'll probably also need to update your plugin. It depends on you. So I just want you to have a look at what needs to be updated, and I want you to go ahead and update everything before we start off with the next video.